Hello folks, this is Aytan Ajha from InspiredToRise.com and today we are going to talk about the Oppo F11 Pro. So guys, let's first start off with an unboxing for the same. This is the official box for the Oppo F11 Pro, which is the sponsor of the Indian cricket team. And inside the box what you get is the smartphone itself, the handset in thunder black color. You get the SIM tray ejector tool, you get the hard case cover for this one, which is quite different, and you get the documentation, the warranty card, etc. Inside you also get the USB type A to micro USB cable, and you get the fast charger, the VOOC charger, VOOC Charge 3 travel adapter for this one, and you also get Apple EarPods style earphones. And now let's talk about the build-in design of this smartphone. It weighs just around 190 grams and is 7.61 centimeters thin. And if we talk about few other things, at the back there's the fingerprint sensor, and there's the dual camera sensor, 48MP plus 5MP combination. There's the Oppo branding at the back, and there's a nice 3-color gradient at the back, which looks, honestly, it looks good. And at the bottom there's the 3.5mm jack, micro USB port, and the speaker grill. The back is kind of plasticky and it gets smudges very easily. And at the left hand side there's the volume rocker, and on the right hand side there's the power button for this smartphone, and designed by Oppo, written on the back, slightly protruding out camera sensor, and it comes with a 6.5-inch screen, which is an IPS LTPS Full HD Plus panel. Though it's a very nice whole 90.9% screen to body ratio, but still at the bottom there's a huge chin. And apart from that, the back finish is kind of plasticky. This smartphone comes with a 4000 mAh battery, which is good enough to last you a whole day. And if you're somebody who's a power user, then also you can expect almost full day of battery life. It supports Super VOOC Charging 3, which means that it charges also in quite less time. And if we talk about one of the main points of this phone, that's the pop-up camera, which is centrally aligned in this smartphone, quite different from a lot of other smartphones with pop-up cameras which have left or right placement, and this somehow makes it somewhat symmetrical. If we talk about the specifications, it comes with the Helio P70 chipset, 6GB of RAM, 64GB of internal storage. It supports USB OTG. And if we talk about the camera sensor, it's the 48MP Samsung GM1 sensor at the back, and then there's the 5MP depth sensor. At the front there's the 16MP camera. And if we talk about the sensors, it comes with almost every sensor which is required for a great smartphone experience. Now if we talk about the benchmark performance, the Helio P70 is something which has been tested time and over again. It scored around 1,47,000 plus. This camera supports Cam2 API fully, and so it's good on paper, and we tried Gcam on this. Works with older versions. There's no Widevine L1 support on this smartphone, and it comes with a hybrid SIM tray slot, which is one of the major cons. It supports dual SIM dual VoLTE but has a hybrid SIM tray slot. And if we talk about the gaming performance, we were able to run PUBG on this smartphone on medium settings. You can push it all the way up to high frame rate with balanced, and it works okay. And if we talk about few other things like normal gameplay performance, it did not heat up that much during gameplay, and the frame rate was pretty stable. So it's good enough for long periods of gameplay, but you can't really push the settings to a really high or HDR, something like that. So gaming performance is also okay, and because it's a very nice full view display, so that looks kind of immersive. And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on maximum possible settings was also quite playable, no issues, no lags, hiccups whatsoever. So it's an okay smartphone for gaming. And now let's talk about the camera at the back. It's a 48MP plus 5MP combination, and the images that we got from the camera were good enough. They were punchy, they had contrast, details, etc. But I guess the price for which this smartphone retails, it could easily have packed a Sony IMX586 true 48MP sensor. If we talk about the camera application, it's something similar to what we have seen on the Realme 3, and it comes with a nightscape mode and few other things. As you can see, all of the images had nice bit of sharpness. The contrast ratio was quite good, and if you talk about the dynamic range, it was also on point. Sharpness was on point, but the portrait selfies require a little bit more effort in terms of the cutout which comes out. And it supports only 1080p video recording on both the back as well as the front camera, which I guess is not a hardware limitation but something limited by software, which I felt really bad about this. And if we talk about few other things, the ColorOS 6 experience is almost close to stock Android now, not really that much, but the icons etc are really now close to the stock Android experience, and it comes with something like the Oppo game space. You can see that the overall look and feel of the smartphone is not that bad, but it's kind of heavy. The pricing is 24,990 rupees, and for such a price it's kind of tough to recommend a phone like this because of the fact that we have so many other competitors out there. There are phones like the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 Pro, which comes with so high specifications, and if you talk about few other things, they come with the Sony IMX586 sensor, and then there's the Vivo V15 Pro, which has a better selfie camera at 32 megapixels and has the same Samsung GM1 sensor at the back, and also has a better chin. So there are so many competitors out there right now in the market that it does not make sense to buy such a phone by Oppo, which is kind of overpriced. And now let's hear the sound. This smartphone does not support Project Rebel at all, and if you talk about zooming in videos, that's supported, so you can do zoom to fill on YouTube and other video applications, so that's something which is positive about this smartphone. Overall, it's a good package for those people who are looking for a selfie centric smartphone, but still there are better choices out there which click better selfies at slightly higher price range. Even the Oppo K1 from Oppo felt like a great smartphone compared to this. If you are out in the market just for a full view display under 25K, then I would recommend this phone to you. Otherwise, it's a very tough choice to make. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and do subscribe to Inspire to Rise for more awesome tech videos like this one. And don't forget to hit the bell icon below. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.